In this video, we're installing a standing seam metal roof on my second home build. Let's get into the video. What's going on? How you doing? Marcus, metal guy, metal roof. I guess we got the coil, huh? Yeah. For the panels. And then
roll former.
Roll former. This is gonna form all the panels.
Yeah.
How many people are y'all gonna have on the job?
4 or 5 guys.
And how many days do you think it'll take?
I would say 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days, start to finish. Yeah. All right, and it'll be, what was it, 14,750 minus the ice and water shield and the synthetic. So it's gonna be just over $14,000 for the metal roof. So, yeah. All right.
Small roof. So.
Yeah, pretty small. Was it like 20 squares?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we kind of came up with. So if you see, you might need to stand back here so you can see. We left 3 inches. The siding we left 3 inches. Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine. The only thing it doesn't have the receiver.
I thought you were saying leave 3 inches of space.
No, we're all fine. We'll be fine.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, look. Obviously, this is a flatter section, right? Yeah. I think it's 212.
Okay.
You said it was good, so I told him to do it 212. So it's 212, and all that water. I don't want to put gutters up there. Would you recommend me putting gutters right there? Because all that water is going to come right to the middle of the house right there, fall in that flat section, by them windows, in them corners. On the top eave?
You know, I always recommend gutters like, all the time, but...
Okay, well, I may put gutters on that top eave to keep water from falling right there on that flat section by the windows, but you're going to have to do a good job on that flashing because it's 212. I mean, on a heavy rain, it's... All right, y'all, I just started my personal brand. It's called Audacity, and this is my first shirt. Heavyweight, comfortable, high-quality, premium shirt. But the brand Audacity is basically just for young men who are willing to take the bold risk in life to go from the bottom of the top to the top and achieve their goals and their dreams. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking bold risk one after another to go from the bottom to the top. So this is my first shirt. I got 100 of them. This is the original Audacity tee. So help me sell this out. Click the link down in the description and represent. So we're just getting started on the first step of the metal roof installation. And to start, we are using this machine called a form roller. This coil right here is what will actually end up being the whole roof system. It's a coil of aluminum 26 gauge sheet metal and put through this machine, as you can see, goes all the way through. And once it is spit out, it gets cut off right here to make the 14-foot long metal roof panels. One thing that I actually decided to do is you can see this isn't a flat panel. It has striations, like little bumps in it. So if you elect to go with a smooth panel instead of one with striations or bumps in it, you can actually have defects, visual defects, like they're called oil canning, and the roof looks really bad. So those waves in the roof panels should hide all of the imperfections and make all the panels look symmetrical without any oil canning. So this is the first step to the roof installation. Told y'all I built this bitch. So right now it's day 2 of the metal roof installation. It's 3:21 in that afternoon or evening. This is the progress of the roof. We've got most of the back side of the roof and some of the right side, or all of the right side, finished up, and we're starting to install on the front of the roof, which is actually the pretty side of the house. Yesterday was day 1 where they really just roll formed and cut the panels and got all the panels prepped. And also we just installed some trim and flashing and drip edge that is not too visual of a change. But today there's actually been some visual change because they've installed maybe 20 or 30% of the actual metal roof panels. So right now there's just 2 guys on the ground who are making the detailed cuts, getting the panels cut to the actual length, because every panel is a little bit different shaped and length. So the guys on the ground are making the detailed cut to get all the panels to fit and lock in correctly. And then there's 2 installers on the roof who are actually taking the panels once they're raised up. They're gonna take the panels and they're putting them on the roof and actually screwing them down. About 30–35% of the roof has been installed. It'll probably be another 2 to 3 days before the roof is finished. Day 4 of the metal roof installation, and Migo, ¿Cuándo terminaron? Techo. Es jueves. Sábado. Okay. So that means another 2 days after today before they finish up. But I'll pop up a drone shot of the progress. Right now they got maybe 60, say 65, 70% of the roof panels on. But after the panels get installed, there's still a couple details that have to get installed that kind of take a little more time. But here is the roof panels. They are 26 gauge. I chose black because it matches the paint colors and stuff on the house. Standing seam metal roof. Basically when they get installed, one side of them, panel's hot, so one side gets screwed down right here, 12 inches on center with screws. So they'll put a screw here, go down 12 inches, another screw. This side will get screwed down. The other side, you look here, it has like a snap lock. So this side does not really get fastened. Instead, this side gets fastened down, it's there. This side gets snap locked onto the other panel. That's how the system gets installed. It's pretty simple. After the fact, there's a couple details like the ridge cap and stuff that has to get done to finish off the system and make it completely waterproof. So yeah, let's finish the metal roof. Told y'all I built this bitch. Okay, so the metal roof is finally complete. I think it took 4 to 4.5 days, maybe 5 full days for them to completely install the metal roof, and they are out of here. It's actually been a couple days, but we've had a bunch of other videos we've been making, so kind of got behind. Anyways, the metal roof, I think it turned out great in comparison to look at my first home build and my second home build. I think it looks badass. I mean, obviously it's different. It's the only metal roof in this whole subdivision. And you know, whenever I'm building a home, I'm trying to get better at building as I build homes. This is only my second home build, but I want to do different things. You know, I don't want to do the cookie cutter house like everybody else. There's a builder in here who builds a house and is the most hideous, basic house, cookie cutter house. And that's not who I want to be. I want to have a little different touch on my builds. And I think, you know, expensive, nice metal roof is something to be proud of. It makes my house stand out from everybody else's. And one day, whenever I do go to sell that house, if I ever do sell it, it's something that it will, you know, help me out because it's nice. I paid $14,000 for one contractor to supply the material and labor to install this metal roof. And that is probably about 3 times what it would have cost for me to put a shingle roof on this house. So on my first build on the shingle roof on the neighboring house that I built, that roof all in cost me about $4,800, $4,500, $4,800, and this one cost me $14,000. So therefore, similar roof sizes, it would have cost me probably about $5,000 to put a shingle on this shingle roof, but instead I paid an extra $9,000, almost 3 times as much for the metal roof. But I personally, I'm not, you know, I don't regret the decision at all. So there's a couple reasons specifically why I chose a metal roof. It does have a 50-year paint warranty. So on shingle roofs, you install a roof and it will, after a matter of probably 10 years here in the hot, humid Houston climate, it gets covered with algae and they become really ugly. So you only get a pretty shingle roof for about 7 to 10 years, whereas this metal roof has a 50-year paint warranty. It should look exactly how it does now, 50 years from now, you know, maybe a little bit worse. But anyways, another thing is it's class 4, meaning it is impact resistant roof system. So shingle roofs, they get damaged by, it can, like a 1.5 inch hail can total a shingle roof. 1.5 inch hail can total a shingle roof and cause you to have to replace the whole thing. And you know, here in Houston, we get those, seems like every 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So that would be something moving forward I would have to deal with insurance claims on a rental property. I don't want to deal with maintenance. I decided to do a metal roof because they're impact resistant, meaning they've been tested to withstand 2-inch hail, so golf ball size hail, and not get damaged at all. So shouldn't have to cause a roof replacement in the future if there's a hailstorm. Also, it has somewhere around 120 mile an hour wind rating. So, you know, any tornado or hurricane comes through, it should be able to withstand that. But I think if the metal roof gets torn off from a hurricane or a tornado, at that point, it'd be a lot more damage to the house. I would have a lot bigger issues on on my hands. So that's kind of the reasons why I really chose to upgrade to the metal roof. Those are like the more technical reasons, but more so, honestly, is in my brain. I was like, I want a badass roof on this house. I want to stand out. Other things to consider is that it does increase the property value, which may in return may increase the rental value. Also may help avoid vacancy on the investment. You know, some people pull up, they see a nice house in comparison with that have a shingle, they want to move in here because it's a cool house. So anyways, those are all some of the reasons I chose a metal roof. I'm extremely happy with how it turns out. I know I stand out from the rest of the builders and whatnot just by this one simple thing. That is going to wrap up the metal roof video. Make sure to subscribe down below, hit the like button, comment what's a video you want to see on this second home build adventure. We'll see you next time.